What is up, y'all? Episode 32 of Marlins franchise. It's opening day 2028. Team's ready. I think we're ready to go. I looked at some other trades. Nothing really came to pass here. If you missed it last time, I did actually make a trade. Hang on, I did make one. Yeah. Remember, when we last left, we had a little bit of a 40-man issue. Actually, not so much 40-man. It was our main team issue, the active roster. And we had to figure out something with Banfield, and we had just signed Zach Wheeler, and I was like, I'll take care of that offline. So here's what I came up with, if you didn't see the names already. Traded backup catcher Will Banfield. Is that a major transaction? Yeah. Will Banfield, Jose Giraldo, who's pretty good, but it's a 50 reliever. Come on. You know, we can emulate that pretty easily out of thin air, to be quite honest. And John Brown, the famed John Brown, who they've consistently wanted in a lot of things, and I was sort of reluctant to want to give up. Then I realized he's fragile, and that made it a little bit easier. And he also maxes out at 45 movement, which, I mean, he could grow out of that. He's only 20, but I had to give, I had to give a little something here. To get David Paez, I'm assuming if B-A-E-Z is Baez and then P-A-E-Z is Paez, although there isn't an accent over the E, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there. And he goes the other way. He actually has low work ethic, unfortunately, but he's a 55 potential starter. So, I mean, is he not better than the guy that we traded away and also not fragile? Like, that was kind of my thinking between the two here. He gives up 5 in stuff, but gets 10 in movement and 15 in control, potentially. Also gives up 15 in stamina, which does matter. Ground ball versus fly ball, much lower velo. So not perfect across the board for Paez over Brown, but I felt fine with this. I had to do something. We also got a 2nd and 13th round pick as well. I thought the 2 picks softened the blow here in trading Brown, who I didn't really want to, but I wanted to get this deal done, and they were insistent on Brown or something better. He was the worst of that group, and we've been talking about it recently here about how, when they like somebody who is a 50 on the Make It Work Now and everybody else is like a 65, you should maybe look critically at that 50, like, is he something special? Do we want to make sure that we're not getting wamboozled here? I felt comfortable looking under the hood here. He's got high adaptability and work ethic for John Brown. He may turn into a very nice major league starter. I think there's a decent probability of that, because even if the changeup doesn't come through, he's got the splitty to go with the fastball and curve. So I'm not even out on him in terms of belief. The fragile did make it a little easier to trade him, and I hemmed and hawed on this one quite a bit, but we had to do something. Banfield couldn't be sent back out. I couldn't find a Ruiz trade that really appealed to me. And Giraldo, like I said, Giraldo, barely consider that giving up anything. No offense to Giraldo, but didn't we pick him up off the wire? Oh no, he was a throw-in in this deal here. For Austin Martin, and who else? AJ Candelario, who doesn't even have a team right now. So, we scooped him for nothing. We flip him. I mean, we'll check the waiver wire. There's going to be guys like that. We don't have a spot right now, but I mean, come on. Oh, actually, we did claim somebody to replace him. I haven't gotten him yet. I claimed Franklin De La Paz, who is better. And he's an extreme ground baller, too. So I've already replaced him, although I don't know what I'm going to do if that claim comes through now, because who gets sent out? So that might have been a bad idea. Oh, I guess Santos. Santos would go down. Or, no, never mind. This is only 3 days for Gore. So that's where we're at. Couldn't find anything for Ruiz. So we'll see where we're going here. We've got opening day coming up against the Giants. Let's take a look at the Giants real quick. Let's look at their prediction first. Preseason prediction. They've got the Giants at 75 and 87. Don't forget the rerun of the predictions put us at 86 and 76, down from 90 wins and the division win into the 86-76. That's fine. That's fine if they want to think that. They've got the Giants just a bit under 500, not that great of a team. Tyler Glasnow is the ace, and he hasn't been all that ace-like the last 3 years. He had a brilliant debut in San Francisco and then hasn't been able to match the WAR if you combine the subsequent 3 seasons. So he's kind of fallen off. Offensively here, they got Will Taylor, just kind of a random decent dude. Chris Taylor, yep, 37 years old, strikeout king. Luis Matos, a big-time prospect in real life for the Giants right now. Looking pretty good. This is a pretty good pan out, but needs to start doing something. He's 26. He's had back-to-back rotten years. I mean, he's panned out in terms of rating. He looks pretty good, but it has not translated into results yet. Jasmine Diaz, nice power guy. Played for Oakland. Oh, this is his first year coming across the bay to the Giants. He has not been good, so we'll see how he is. He's kind of an all-or-nothing type of profile. Oscar Gonzalez, looking pretty decent, but hasn't done a whole lot in the majors. Marco Luciano, another real-life prospect of theirs. Great defender. Well, actually, his range kind of sucks. The rest of his defensive skills are pretty good. Good base runner, a little bit of pop. Okay hitter. I mean, I see why they get the projection that they get. Charlie Welch is their catcher. He's not a bad catcher with 60 ability and some decent hitting. Diego Velasquez is their second baseman. Doesn't strike out, plays good enough defense, but that's really about it. And then Andrelton Simmons, yes, that Andrelton Simmons at age 38. Still playing some incredible defense at short. Maybe even better at second or third. Not even maybe. He would be better at second or third, but you can still put him at short at age 38 and go out there and, what will you get from him offensively, though? Not much. The other 2 starters we're likely to face are Daniel Palencia, who's got great stuff but little else working for him, and Jake Wong, who has a little bit lesser stuff, but then the good movement and control with the extreme ground ball. Contact guy, trying to get us to roll over stuff and really keep us off balance. So let's see what happens here. We'll have the last game in March, and then the next 2 in the first 2 days of April. So without further ado, opening day. Dun, 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 dun. Give me a win. Oh, we're also going to get a new status report on everybody. Scouting report, I should say. Progress reports coming in. Remember that shit in school? They still do progress reports? We did get De La Paz. Okay, great. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. Oh, Jaron Purify already getting a boost. Let's go. Bryce Clavin, a couple first-round picks. Atta baby. So I was watching a lot of college baseball with my horns making it to Omaha, and kept seeing this name pop up during their series against East Carolina, and I'm like, recognize that name, man. Where have I seen that name? Probably just because it's burned in my brain now after playing them for a couple games. Nope. It was because we have an East Carolina guy. Jacob Jenkins Cowart was one of their main guys. East Carolina, you see here. And he's on our team here. Recently picked up in the winter. 12/14/2027 out of Indy Ball, where he went and put up a big season. I brought him on board. And then it finally hit me that it was, I'd picked him up randomly looking for some minor league guys to just kind of fill out some things. And then I watched that series and I'm like, oh, that's him. Anyway, unfortunately, he got 2 negatives. Becerra was involved in another potential trade that I really couldn't get myself to pull the trigger on. And now all of a sudden he's looking pretty nice. He's the 69th ranked prospect. I might jump him right into AAA. I think he's ready for AAA. Now he's unhappy. He probably thinks he should be in the majors, which, relax, no. But I'm going to jump him right into AAA here. And he jumps to the top there. Just Pensacola, they've still got 16 pitchers, so that's good. But yeah, I had Becerra in a trade. Let me know what you guys think about this. I don't think it's a good one, so I couldn't pull the trigger. Maybe I'm missing something on it. But this is what I was looking at. I was just looking over some things. Honestly, I was trying to trade Danny Rodriguez. The main reason, it's not a great reason, I'll admit, and maybe it's overrating. So if you guys think, like, hey, don't do that just because of this factor, I'm open to hearing that. But he's got the selfish player type. And I was like, oh, man, I try to keep that sort of stuff at a minimum if I can. But I don't want to give up a good player just because of it. And he's got, some good upside here, but only 50 power. It's not like even if he pans out, he's God tier. He's like pretty good, where you're looking for, you know, a 95 to 105 OPS plus with great defense and speed to kind of buoy the profile, let's say. So yeah, his peak, I still have him listed here in the OOTP calculator, has him for a 100 OPS plus and 1.6 WAR, 17 homers, 32 steals, 255, 308, 408 for the slash line. And, you know, the defense isn't even that great. So I was looking to trade him, trying to see what was popping up out there. This is the only thing I could come up with that even came close to intriguing me. And it would include Becerra, who, you know, the potential's come down a bit recently. I think actually it moved back up to 60 on this one. There was another time that it came down. Yeah, it jumped down to 65. Oh, no, that's the control. I'm an idiot. I thought his overall came down. Actually, I can just look over here. His potential, I mean. So yeah, it was at 55 for a while. It started at 80 a long time ago in 2025. It's been at 55 for a while, but he's been advancing his current ratings, right? So that happens, right? As a guy develops, he can have a sky-high potential. As he develops, we're like, okay, he's not quite that high, but he's starting to reach that potential, and so you kind of meet in the middle. Very few guys start up here and then just work their way up there. You know, that's like Acuna type shit. Legendary, you know, generational type guys. So he looks like a pretty good pitching prospect, and we haven't developed many of those. So I have had a hard time kind of pulling the trigger on getting rid of him. And I would be lying if I said that him being the 69th prospect played no role in that. I have to be honest. It plays at least a role, for I am an infant. Justin Vasos, we've been looking at him for a while now. He is developing. It's an interesting profile, though, because it has the 45-40. I really do think it holds him back. His peak, you know, if everything comes through here on these numbers. Actually, let me see. Something might have changed. Yeah, the power changed now. Let me put in the 45, or the 55 for his peak. All right, let's put that in. That does change things a good bit. Okay, so now he moves up to a 110 OPS plus, 1.9 WAR for Vasos. So, you know, it's a pretty decent player there, too. And then Antoine Kelly, another pitcher, but extreme fly ball with 45 movement. Some pitching depth, but nothing special. I just signed him. I don't have any attachment to him. He was an easy throw-in to kind of get them to agree to this. But, obviously, I have not pulled the trigger. We would get, the prize would be Manuel Pena, the 60th overall prospect. His peak projection is 2.4 WAR, 117 OPS plus. The biggest of this group here. The second biggest is Villegas. Edgardo Villegas. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. God damn it. I was confident, and then I really jumped off that real quick. Let me see. I think it's going to play over the speakers real quick. Villegas. I was wrong. I don't know where I got the J sound. Although this other one says Villegas. So I don't know. Let me click this video here.
PronounceNames.com.
Villegas.
Villegas.
Huh? Check out me.
Villegas.
Not bad. I was right the first time. All right. Anyway, Villegas is the second best of the bunch as far as the hitters that I put in the OOTP calculator, OOTPcalculator.com. Check it out. It's a wonderful tool. Big shouts to Daniel over there, who put it together. It's freaking awesome. And then we have De La Cruz, who was actually fourth. So I did a whole bunch of, I did some other guys that I was looking at possibly trading for, but between Rodriguez, Vasos, Villegas, Pena, and Cruz, those five guys, Pena, Villegas, and De La Cruz are 1, 2, and 4. So Vasos and Rodriguez are who we'd be giving them, and they rate the lowest. Or actually, no, Vasos is a little bit higher, and then Rodriguez is the lowest of the group. Let me make sure his stats haven't changed at all. Yeah. So it's like he's got some green and a big blue right here, but it's on the avoid Ks, and the power, like, it's not that good. I don't know. I'm kind of talking myself into this now a little bit more as I deep dive it. But I guess the question is, what do you guys think about giving up Becerra? Is he too good of a starter? Because let me give you his projections. So I talked about all that hitting stuff, right? I'd be misleading y'all if all I talked about was the fact that I have 3 of the top 4 rated hitters based on the projections, and not tell you that Becerra projects to 3. Oh, hang on. I have to make sure it's updated here since his control did change. It went from 70 to 65. But even with that, it's only going to move it down to 3.4 WAR. If he reaches max, they project him for a 3.42 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. That's really good. That's really freaking good. So put Kelly off to the side because it's a random reliever that we just signed. I don't really care. I don't really care. So it's 3 WAR. We'll go 3.4 from Becerra. And this is a shorthand way to do this. This is not like perfect or anything. But between Becerra, Vasos, and D-Rod, it's 6.9 WAR. Perfect. And then the guys that we're getting, it's 6.1. So it's not that different. But it's not about just WAR for WAR. First off, those are projections. They're not perfect. It's also about what we're giving, and we're giving a high potential pitcher, and that's kind of the part that I'm questioning right now. So let me know if you think this is any good. I've been dragging my feet on it a little bit. I don't think I'm set to do it right now, and it might not be there down the line. I'm willing to risk that if it isn't. We did win opening day, by the way. Sorry, that was a huge detour, and we did get De La Paz. Let's go ahead and get a full scouting report on him. Make sure he's still a beast. Opening day. Boz, 5 1/3 scoreless. Tavares and Nardi both gave up some runs, or Nardi a run, 3 runs total between them. Thompson got a 1-out save because Nardi got in a little bit of trouble. Noelvi, I saw the J there, and then the GUEZ at the end, and I really thought it was J-Rod, and I was gonna go crazy if they both went yard on opening day. How insane would that be in real life? But we will take the Dominguez homer. We're not mad about that. Oscar Gonzalez went yard for them in our 4-3 win. Now, we need to figure out how to get De La Paz on, and I think, like I said, it's going to be pretty simple. I think we're just going to go Santos, who can go down there. Man, they really want him to be a starter. I sent him down earlier. I only brought him up for this game because I figure I didn't want to have the roster spot not filled while I was waiting for De La Paz. So I sent him down. They immediately moved him to starter. He's got a 35 stamina. What are they doing? Why do they think he's like, okay, you're in AAA, you're automatically a starter? It's like, okay, I guess. Relax. De La Paz has 30 stammy. Some good stuff. He could be nice for us. We'll have him. Oh, he's a lefty too. Honestly, I did not realize that. This is what happens when you don't pay attention, guys. When you're an idiot, the life of an idiot, starring Paul Sporer. Yeah, definitely didn't realize that. It's not the end of the world. But now we're 5-3 to the lefties. He's fine against righties, so it's all good. I mean, I planned it. I knew. I mean, what I was joking to see if you guys knew, and basically I got y'all is really what happened, and it's a pretty good goof and a gaff. Let's finish up the series here against I almost said St. Louis, San Francisco. We took the series 8-3 with this win. We'll be on the hunt for J-Rod's first homer now that Noelve's already on the board. And then let's sweep it. We do with a big 7-1 dub. the Dooch with a triple off Dylan Cease, who is a reliever, which, you know, is not that surprising. I could see him being like a badass reliever down the line. I hope he actually is able to start throughout his career, because starting's just better. But if something happens, you know, he has like a late career that they're like, well, I don't know if we can get him back to starter. Wouldn't surprise me if he was a badass reliever. All right, so we open with a sweep. Now we stay out west. We go to Seattle. Get a win there. Oh, did he get the homer against his former team? We lose our first game, 5-4 in 10. Gurriel, Marte gets his second, one of which was against his former team. Bush and Colas. Colas did have 2 hits, a ribby and a run. Bush had a run on a walk, and then in the first game, they went 1 for 7 combined with a walk. Let's go. Yo, let's go. We shunned them too. Colas tried to come over to our clubhouse, and we didn't. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't let him in. No. We have no ill will. We hope he beasts. I really do, and he is so far. He'll probably bounce back from last year. Y'all, they changed. The WRC Plus changed. Was it not 123 last video? I swear when we talked about it last time, like when I was talking about the trade, I'm going to go look on the video from yesterday. And I was talking about, oh, you know, that's his down year, 123. And what? I thought it was 123. Maybe I'm wrong. Hang on. I have 123 stuck in my head. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe they don't, like, readjust the WRC Plus or anything. That would make... It'd be weird if they did. So I'm probably wrong, but I swore it was like 120 something. I thought I said, oh, even his down year is a 123 WRC Plus. That's why I feel like... Nope, I'm dead wrong. It's a one. Yeah, it was a 111 on yesterday's video. Huh. Don't know where I got 123, but I was incorrect. I was very incorrect. All right. Day off, 4 against Philly, and then another day off. Is Gore back and good? He is. All right, he threw 6 scoreless to open his season. We love to see it. Let's beat up on Philly after an off day. Take a little time off and then bust them up, you know? Oh, we lose 4-2. That's what I get for talking shit. And we lose 3-2. That's what I get for talking shit. J-Rod hits his first homer, though, off of Segovia. Edouard Segovia, who pitched very well. So did Max Meyer. I mean, a couple unearned runs, 4 walks, a little too much, but not too upset otherwise. Hey, Teddy Cashman, you're 0 for 2 on the bases. Chill. Chill. Our guy likes to run, though, and I can only... our new guy... Oh, I can control the base stealing more. The base running I only have limited control over. I did go tamp down the steals because my man is all about stealing. These bitches were way up. And I'm just like, hey, we don't need to steal that much. Not sure we also need to pitch around this much at all. And I hate intentional walks. So I want that shit toned down. I'm fine with all the shifting stuff. That's not really bothering me. All right, that's fine. All right, now we need 2 in a row against Philly to salvage the series. I'm out here talking shit about winning. We lose again, 3-1. And we're going to be right down to freaking 500 if we get swept here. Are we going to lose a 4-game set to Philly? We did. 4-2, 3-2, 3-1, 2-1. Like, we pitched our asses off. Our offense just sucked shit. Luis Castillo at age 35. Dicing us up. Burleson went yard. Gore pitched well. Just no offense. Just no offense, man. 3-1. Big dude opened for Rodriguez. He was great. Thompson gives up a couple of runs. It ends up being disastrous. Kyle Bradish out here dropping 8 innings, 1 run on us. Damn. All right. Well, that shit on the start of the season. We were already 500, by the way. That put us under 500. Wow. Chris Rodriguez, I got a blister. He aight. All right, day off to lick our wounds after disastrous situation. We got Pittsburgh here. What is this off day for here when we're at home? This makes no sense. We lose again. No offense again. This is dreadful. This offense. They're terrible. God, Corbin Dickerson's... He's so bad, y'all. He's so bad. He's just so bad. I'm sorry, he just is. Oh, and I just put him at shortstop. That's pretty cool. Definitely meant to do that. I really want Dickerson to become a thing. I don't want to overreact to 23 plate appearances, even when they're awful. He's not going to stop playing or anything, but I'm just not going to have him play every day right now. And then I'll have Dominguez still play left on those days that Corbin plays center, because I don't want Dominguez out. Although Dominguez not playing every day is actually fine. He's fragile. He does get hurt every single year. As you can see, 145, 149, 144. We'll take that. That's fine. 600 plate appearances is what we should plan for from Dominguez. That's fine if he misses time. And if it's natural where we're kind of protecting him and that's helping keep him healthy, that'd be great. Then there are no guarantees on that. That's not like a perfect thing that you can do. You can only try your best with it, and hopefully, hopefully it works. But there are no guarantees with it, so you just do what you can and hope that they don't get hurt. And same with like innings management, right? None of that tangibly and guaranteed keeps pitchers healthy. It's just our best guess. Like even pitching in the bullpen doesn't necessarily make you healthier. So yeah, we'll do our best with Dominguez. Sorry, I'm trying to close some of these windows. All right. The offense is a disaster right now, and it's pissing me off. 4-2 win. There we go. Get a series. There we go. Back on track. Going to Atlanta. Lose 7-6. Win 6-5. 8-5, excuse me. Bad vision. Take the series 7-1. Let's go. Back-to-back series after the 4 games lost to Philly. That's what we like to see. A little bounce back, baby. Draft pool is available. Draft pool in the cut. All right, let's see what we got so far. All right, so early on, the hitters, there's only a couple 65s at the top, handful of 60s, another bigger handful of 55s. For the pitchers, we got a pitching pool, y'all. This is perfect. This meets our needs very well. And you never draft for direct need, like at the major league team. But when I say need, I mean organizationally. So I'm not even talking about the big league level. We actually don't really need pitching at the big league level, but we do need it in our organization. So this is perfect. We've got a shit ton of 80s, another handful of 70 pluses, a 75, and then what is that, 5 70s? And then another good handful of green with 55 to 65s. So I think these change as the season goes, of course, and some of them will probably smooth out and be like, okay, well, he's not quite an 80. I don't think there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 80 potential pitchers. And even if there is, we ain't going to get any of them because we're picking 25th. They like us for, actually, they like us for one of the 80s. Right as I say that, okay, maybe we are. Who knows? We're a long way out from that. Let's get another series here. We got the Mets on tap after a day off. I don't think we need this travel day to get up from Atlanta to New York, but okay, fine. Monday is a standard off day in the league. I get it. Oh man, I love this. The other day, I wanted to visit my mom. Her birthday was last week. Couldn't go on the actual birthday. It's just kind of a busy day, so I was like, okay, I'll go on Monday and everything. And then my sister was talking to her, And my mom was relaying this conversation to me, and then she's like, well, why is Paul going on Monday instead of your birthday, because your birthday is actually this? And she's like, I don't, you know, my mom didn't care. She, like, the actual day wasn't the important part. And she nailed it, though. She goes, well, because Melissa, Monday's an off day in baseball. I was like, God, my mom, what a hero. She knows. She knows. And it made me so proud when she told my sister that. And they both independently told me that story, and it just made me really happy. I was like, see, Melissa, you better get your mind right. Mom knows what's up. 10-9-10, that's a tough loss. My mom used to play on our fantasy league and everything. She was awesome. She really kept up with it. She won 3 titles. She loved having her players too. When the league first started, we kept like, well, actually I should say they, because I wasn't even in it initially because I was too young. But they kept a ton of players. My mom liked it better that way. My mom would be a good dynasty league player where you get to keep damn near all of your team, or in some cases literally all of your team. And that would suit her well because she hated giving up players. And as we started to cut it, and we ended up getting down first to 4 keepers and then down to just 2 because we wanted to make the draft better. We were like, you know, the real appeal of fantasy leagues is the draft, especially at least back in that era. I'm an old. We were getting together to do it, right? There was no internet. Like literally, we had to get together to do it. And so the appeal was the draft. And we're like, well, you know, now that we're X number of years into this keeper league, the draft has gotten a little stale because there's not as much talent out there. So that's when we started to cut keepers. My mom hated it. When she's got her guys, oh my God, chronic back soreness for Volpe 6 weeks. When my mom gets her players, those are her players. That sucks about Volpe. How was he doing? He was playing really well too. Okay. Last year he had 6 weeks of injuries, 1 in spring and the other at the beginning of the season. He had nothing in 2026, 2 months in 2025. So it hasn't been too bad. I don't think this should change his status to fragile or anything. It sucks though. It's a loss. There was an email that I glossed over about Mick Abel making great recovery, and frankly this is awesome because we are starting to see some of the fruits of our training staff here with recent injuries. We've had a few recently where, hey, the guy's beating his pace or perfectly making the scheduled return and all that, and that's great. That's great. We hadn't seen that for a while. A lot of the emails I was getting was, oh, he's on behind schedule. And it was on those ones where it's like, oh, he's out for a week. You don't even need to IL him if you don't want to. And then if I don't, oh no, he's not recovering well. He needs to go, you know, he's going to be out another 2 weeks, like type of deal. So I'm glad the tide is turning a little bit on those because, frankly, those were starting to piss me off. So who do we call up here? I mean, Vasos is crushing it. We're gonna reward the quality work. I know it's with a 435 BABIP. But in small samples like this, first thing we're going to look at who's on the secondary. Then who's performing. One guy is performing well above the other 3 by a landslide. Even though he doesn't really play second that well, he can still get the call because he's not going to be the primary guy here anyway. It's going to be Mikey Romero. Justin Vasos. Actually, let's check the wire too. You never know. Oh, Eflin. Nah. Troy Bacon. I mean, his name's Troy Bacon. Bacon is good for me. If anybody knows that reference without looking it up, I'll give you $1. Jose Rondon. Nah. He's 34. I don't think he's necessarily going to fill in any better than Vasos. I'd rather take a shot on Vasos. Is 60. Oh, it's 65I. It's actually his power source. Actually, you know what? I think it calls for a runoff here. Let's put them both in the calc. Let's calc them up. That's the new term. We got to calc them up. How many opties you got? Let's check the calc. I know those two things don't relate. I just wanted to say another one of the dumb terms that I've made up on this channel. All right. Vasos. Actually, I had Vasos in there. I could have not deleted him, but oh well. I'll put him at second as well because that is where he would play in this instance. So we'll do Rondon first. See you, Bella. We're watching a dog. Her name is Bella, and she's awesome. So, Rondon, okay. He gets that. Not bad, not a bad projection. I think he actually might beat Vasos here. Vasos bats right. Besides, oh, I was saying how like I shouldn't have deleted Vasos because I already had him in here, but I had his peak in there, which I could have easily edited, but this will be a little bit different than the numbers I said earlier because I'm going with his current day. Okay, Vasos still beats him, 1.8 WAR to 1.2, and he does beat him with the hitting, 100 OPS plus to 88, and that's enough to sell it for me because I'm really looking for some hitting infusion anyway. So we'll go with Romero and Vasos at second base. Romero's got the better defense. Actually, let's run him through just while we're doing it. I mean, you know, he bats lefty. They can platoon. Now, there's an idea. Now, here's a guy. Romero checks in the worst of the bunch on all fronts. He's got 0.9 WAR and an 84 OPS plus. So, I mean, he's not that different than Rondon. Not enough to like cut or actually I'd have to cut Romero because he's out of options. Yeah, it's not enough to make that move there. You're okay, Bella. I don't know why she's whimpering. She's a sweet little dog. All right, so we'll put in Romero every third. Romero every third game against righties, and then just to fill in when Vasos is tired against lefties. Now, Vasos certainly isn't leading off. That's a large no, of course. Should we go with somebody good? Now, there's an idea. We'll just put Marte up against lefties. Then against righties. T-Cash got that discipline. You know what? I'm going to give T-Cash a shot leading off. Let me put him in here just his verse righties work. What position are we playing T-Cash at? Oh, DH. Doesn't matter. No position needed. Hi, Bella. Welcome back. She's like, hello, new dad. All right. So Cash has a 104 OPS plus just against righties with a 327 OBP. I want something better, but I can take a 327 OBP atop the line. I mean, he's got 391 right now. That's probably not going to hold at that level. But the bottom line is, I think he can hold. He can hold lead off. I wish Colmenares would develop into that, but probably need to get this eye to 50. And then I don't mind if he was leading off. But for now, can't do it. Also can't have Joe Erlin batting second. Like, come on. Okay. Let's move forward. We're full there. Curvello and Abel are working their way back. So they were just saying with Abel that he'll be ready in the 3 to 4 weeks. Immediately at full strength. Okay, that's awesome. That's great. So we'll get him in about a month. That's a good pickup. Now we got a big home, not a homestand necessarily, but we got a big streak of games here. We got 3, 6, 9, 13 straight. Check that. 16 straight. So we got We got to show ourselves here that we're ready to rock. Look at Zach Wheeler. 13 in the third, scoreless so far. Coming in behind an opener and just ready to pop off. Big dude. Oh, big dude got blasted. Big dude, come on, big dude. You're better than that, big dude. Big dude, my man. So I am trying to manage Wheeler the best I can. You know, 18 batters faced, twice through the lineup as a follower. Oh, it's okay. You're okay, puppy. I promise. Oh, wait. I have it on. Did that say adjust? I have to override, right, for that to matter? You don't need to intentionally walk anybody. Stop it. Let's see what that does. Although he's been scoreless so far, I probably shouldn't even be messing with this. Like, why fix what ain't broke? Actually, you know what? Yeah, adjust the team strategy. I'm fixing something that ain't broken. I'm an idiot. 1-0 win there. 6-1 win. We took the series off Fishboy and company. There you go, Mackenzie Gore. Let's go. Ah, and then we give them a 6-1 win. We traded 6-1 games here. Oh, Vasos did lead off. Wait, did I say he could lead off against? No, I didn't. So, why did he? I mean, it's a one-off game. It's truthfully not the end of the world. I freely admit that. But also, why? So they started this guy, Will Stevens, who is a righty. Noah batted second. Maybe it's just some off days. I mean, I see that Gurriel played. He doesn't always play against righties. It doesn't matter. I'm getting bogged down in dumb shit. I need to stop doing that. My bad. And then Boz gets beat up a little bit here in this game. We got San Diego now. We get a 2-0 win. Max Meyer beasting and feasting. Let's go. Uh-oh, this can be Wheeler. Oh, it's Big Dude and C-Rod. So Wheeler's up next. Oh, do I have the two? Oh, I have Gore in between them. Okay, perfect. I was like, do I have the two guys with followers, or who are followers back to back? I was like, that's not a good idea. But we do have Gore in between them. Gore against his former club. Oh, gets walloped. He pitched okay, but we still lost. He's been great, though. No complaints. Even with the bad start, not the end of the world. Uh-oh, we got Wheeler going to Colorado. Let's go. 9-6 win. Big dude. Yeah, Wheeler sucked. I should have changed his strategy. Actually, I changed it back because I said adjust the team strategy. But now I will do override, and we'll see how that goes. Is Big Dude the only opener? I feel like he opens for everybody. Oh, he is. Well, that's a fail. That's a fail. Damn, I'm grinding him to the ground there by making him open for everybody. You know what? Braxton Garrett could open too. We have... Actually, no, I want to keep him emergency SP. Since it's two righties, I don't mind having two lefties as the opener. In fact, that's kind of perfect. And we have the extra lefty in the bullpen anyway. So this is exactly how I want it with Castillo and De La Paz both possibly opening. Uh-oh, Wheeler's hurt. Ah, shit. Ah, that's going to be bad. He's wrecked. I mean, come on. Winker booms 3 homers for Houston. Oh, wow. He's off to a great start for the season. This could be a nice spike here at age 34. He's been fine, right? Like, this career trajectory, it's like, okay, just a quality hitter. Doesn't add anything defensively, so his WAR totals are never going to jump off the page. But he's a good, strong hitter for several years. Found some health here. But maybe in the midst of a spike season, randomly at age 34. Although he is fragile and it's a month into the season, so we'll see. Here's hoping Wheeler isn't obliterated. Oh no, Jordan Hicks. Oh, because of a blister. I can take him off our free agent targets list. I don't think I'm targeting him via free agency anymore. Think we're good there. All right, we're in Colorado. We need 3 out of 4. All right, 7-2 win. 3 to 4 months. That'll do it for Wheeler. We knew. Listen, we knew. I'm not even mad. I threw that to fucking be goofy. I'm not, like, legit pissed about it or anything. Because when we signed him, we knew. And that's okay. It really is. Like, that was the gamble. We were hoping to maybe get lucky as shit. We did not. Ooh, Diego Castillo's available. I'm sure Boston did not want to do that. I mean, he's 34. We don't need him, but Jonathan Almonte. He's kind of decent. Oh, Phil Bickford. He's unmotivated as hell, apparently. Cole Henry. Oh, extreme fly ball. That's tough. Let's say maybe he could be the starter film. What do I have Morion on? What list is he on? Oh, stoppers. He would make a pretty good stopper. He might actually make a decent starter. Wonder if he could be the answer. Now he's fragile too. I shouldn't say two. Wheeler was wrecked. Fragile and wrecked, 2 different things, but he's also injury prone. Let me do this. Let me check the wire. The free agent wire, I should say. I did check the waiver wire. Matthew Boyd in the cut. Holy smokes. That dude, Matthew Boyd. Far and away the best starter available. With a 50. The next best guy's a 35. But he's an extreme fly ball guy with a 40 movement. So I don't know. I mean, we have the right park. Ours would be a park that could sustain him, but do we want to? This Chase Chaney is not terrible. Ground baller, but I don't know. I think Morion might be more interesting. I think we're going to claim Morion. 55, 50, 50 with 4 good pitches and then a 5th crummy one. 40 Stam is pushing it, but extreme ground ball. He's been great for Washington so far this year. Let's take a shot. Let's see if we can get him. If not, we'll look elsewhere, but I don't think that's too bad. We got Curvello here about ready to come off. Can he be sent out? Yes, 1 option here left. Oh, he needs to be on the secondary. That makes sense. We got plenty of spots. All right. Let's see if we get Morion. All right, come on, Max Meyer. Get us a 3rd game in Colorado. We won this one 7-2. Boz dominant in Colorado. He's not scared. Boom, we took the series. 3-0 so far. Trying to get the 4-pack after this. Give me all 4. I'm greedy. Give me. Did you know you earned the Great Glove Achievement on November 2nd, 2027 with Max Meyer? Yes, I did. We got the Gold Glove pitcher. Our team is unbelievable. Oof. We got Morion. I was saying oof to Ohtani rehab setback. That's tough. 3 more months for him. So we got Morion. Excellent. Colton Ingram's stuff goes down. It's okay. Overall potential rating go to 60. Weird. So Dominguez loses overall and potential. Sucks. So does Julio Rodriguez. Sucks. Gavin Nalu goes up a little bit, or Nalu. Ramon Saucedo has a bunch of jumps, but, you know, I don't know that that's really changing things for us. So, an uneventful update there. Nothing too crazy so far. Let's get Morion up. Now, Boz just went. Let's just go always start highest rest in here for the in-season work. I think that's the way to go. Oof, I don't know if Morion's going to be ready. We got Gore. Oh, yeah, he'll be good. 67. Yeah. Actually, he'll be fine. So we got a trip to San Diego to open up May. We lose 8-6. That sucks. Gore facing his old team again. He was actually fine. Again, kept us in the game. We actually left. He left with a lead, 5-2. The bullpen came in and our two best guys too. So very rare that you get a blown save out of Nardi and then the loss from Thompson. We just don't really see that play out like that. Fernando Tatis has 17 homers already. Let me remind you, it's one game into the second month, and there was one game in March. That's what we're dealing with here. It's incredible. Speaking of the month, we went 15-12. We had the extra win there in March, and then we gave it back here in May. So we're 16-13. Gee, this sit down, guys. This will surprise you. Our pitching is carrying us, while our offense struggles to stay with us. But one big change. While a lot of these numbers aren't great, we are 5th in homers. What's a good way to kind of have, if you have sketchy offense to survive, make sure that it's impact. So that the times that you do something at the dish, it's power laden, and you can get your runs that way and then turn it over to your pitching. So that does seem to be what we're doing. If we kind of look at the hitters, we've got De Los Santos playing terribly, Colmenares as well. Ruiz, those two have been terrible. Colmenares, De Los Santos. There's no covering that. It's just been plain old bad for the month. And then Ruiz at a 90, I can deal with that as a catcher. A 90 who's, not bad with a catcher ability of 60. I want him higher because his catching ability isn't great. Like if you're a 70 catcher ability, then a 90 WRC plus is actually like you're a stud. But at 60, I need you closer to the league average of 100 or better. But then Noelve and everybody else is above average right now. So that's wonderful. Colmenares, just keep playing defense. He's still 0.4 WAR because the defense is there. Obviously, we can't have a 55 WRC plus, but I'm not too worried. I still feel like he can be a good part of this lineup. Joe Erlin, I don't know. This is coming off of a monstrously bad 2027 campaign now, too. And I'm starting to think that maybe the Dodgers knew something when they gave him up in the Rule 5. Maybe they knew. Was I duped into taking him? Maybe. Tune in next time. No, I'm just kidding. The pitching is all doing pretty well for the most part. Chris Rodriguez struggling a little bit with his skills and thus his results. Ingram. I mean, there's a few relievers that have ugly numbers. Big dude kind of getting blitzed a little bit. Maybe we shouldn't have him opening. And I could see some Colton Ingram opening. I'd be open for that. Let's try that out a little bit. Let's let him get in there and open a little bit. Why don't you open that door there, Colton Ingram? What's his stamina? 30? Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Let's do that. And we got Morion. He is indeed ready. Perfect. His first start with us against one of his former teams. I think we got him off of Washington. Yo, he's been everywhere. Whoa. Check this out. Washington this year. Pittsburgh last year. Oakland and Baltimore in 2026. And then after all the time with San Diego. So he's been on 4 teams or now this is his 5th team in 3 seasons after spending a long time with San Diego. That's kind of wild. Extreme ground ball, though. We could actually have something here. This could be a nice little find. Are there any batters of note? Owen Casey. I remember him from Chicago when we faced them in the playoffs. But, nah. Nothing special there. Alright. We need to come back against San Diego. We don't. We dropped the series. 4-0 loss. Season done for La Sorsa. Who? Oh, another stopper. I made a huge list of stoppers. And I didn't get any of them. So now they're just all popping up. I could take him off the list here. I'm not going to go get Joe La Sorsa. You good, Bella? All right, let's save one here against San Diego. No? 3-0. Okay, good save. Who did it? Boz, of course. Turn to Boz when we need it most. Hey, and De Los Santos got a home run. Good for him. Got his batting average up over 200 again. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Day off, then St. Louis. Let's get through May for sure. And maybe into June a bit, and we'll wrap this one up. Big 3-0 win, back-to-back 3-0 wins here. Max Meyer and Nardi beasting. Carlos Martinez is back in St. Louis. Talking about journeyman. Since 2022, he went to San Francisco, Colorado, Minnesota, back to St. Louis, Mets, KC, Atlanta, San Diego, back to the Mets, Philly, back to St. Louis. Wow. Carlos Martinez is still very desirable for like a bunch of teams, but only for so long. And then they're like, never mind, we regret that. And then another team goes, oh, we can take that shot. And then like, wait, never mind. Why didn't you warn us? They're like, we did. You said you didn't care. Oh, you're right. You're right. So Ingram in his first open was okay, but actually, I mean, he gave up a run. But Chris Rodriguez, another struggle here. Now he's only at 456. So I am reluctant to super freak out. The whip is way too high, but his first few starts were pretty good. Or starts, outings, whatever, you know. They're not actually starts, I know that. We'll give him some more time, but we might have to move Garrett into the rotation. We'll see how this goes. We swept St. Louis. Let's go, baby. Gore popped off, and then the bullpen really took care of business while we waited to scratch out a second run. Got the Mets win 3-1, 10-1. Let's go. Mick Abel's back. Here we go. Okay. So, update now. We're 22-14. We're actually still not in first, though. The Mets are 2 games up. We're on a win 6, facing the Mets, whom we just beat twice. And can we get the sweep from? We need to figure out Abel first. Hang on. Watson has hot hand, bangs, 5 hits. Let's go. Atta baby Khalil Watson. Can you have like a big year in AAA and make me like really want to bring you up? What's the latest on your scouting? Uh-oh, Julio Rodriguez, strained rib cage. Oh, fuck. Minimal effect on hitting and running. I mean, here's my thinking. It's May 10th. Why push it right now? You know, it doesn't make sense to. I don't really have a backup. It's not good. Oh, Brett Beatty sucks? That's a bummer. I really like him in real life. I think he's a G. He's from this area, so I was familiar with him as an amateur. But, yeah, it's a bummer that he's not that good. What about Jalen Ortiz? Just trying to take a shot on his power. That could be moderately interesting. I doubt it. But anyway, with J-Rod, I don't want to lose him for a month. But I just don't really see the upside in pushing it in mid-May. Like, why? You know? So we need to figure it out. I tell you what, we'll go through May and then I got to end this video. I forgot our friend said that she likes a nightly playtime to kind of power down for the night. So I want to give that to her before I stream. But I do want to still finish May here. So Ortiz projects out to a 101 OPS plus 1.3 WAR. 29 homers, sub 300 OBP on the projection. That's the scary part. I could probably find somebody in the minors who is deserving of the shot. Hey, Bella, come here, baby. I know you want to go outside. I'll take you out. Hang on. I think Jen is hanging out with some friends right now, too, playing some games. So I can finish this up and then have no problem running around with Bella for a little bit. I wonder if we should just give one of our dudes an opportunity. More long scale. I mean, Solano here can't hit for shit, but he can play some defense. He's such a bad hitter. Oh, and Khalil Watson. Oh, it's 1 day. Okay, so is there anybody on the infield that can be moved to the outfield? In the short term, Gurriel is going to play more. I think that's like first things first. So Burleson. God, our defense is about to get shitty, y'all. Our defense is about to get shitty. This is a big hit. This is a big hit, and I think I need to make a bigger move to figure it out. Could bring up Watson. Can Vassos play the outfield? No, not really. I think I just looked at him. Cashman? He can stand out there. That doesn't really change much. I don't know that Watson is the call-up. All right, I'm a little torn on this one. So let's put... well, we need to get rid of somebody to bring Abel back. And I don't know who that's going to be because nobody has any options on this team anymore, pitching-wise, outside of 4 guys that aren't going anywhere. So it might be the end of the road for Willie Taveras, although he's pitching beautifully. Do I have to get rid of Big Dude? I think I got to get rid of Big Dude, y'all. I tried. I did it for the memes. And I don't regret it. And I got to be honest, he'd probably get better if we just kind of let him go. He's given up, what is this, 9 earned runs in 3 of his outings combined. Like, that's a lot when you only have 12 earned runs. I think I need to let him go, though. Will anybody give us any prospect? I don't care if it's a 30. Fuck, even a 20. I didn't think so. I didn't think so, but I just wanted to see. Does anybody have any interest? Okay, here we go. Now we're on to some. Jackson Jobe is basically dead. He makes way too much money. Never mind. That would have actually been intriguing to buy low, but he makes a grip. Jazz. I can get Jazz back. Oh wait. Here's our outfield answer. No? Oscar Gonzalez. I like him in real life too, by the way. Let me put him in the finder real quick here, the projector tool. This is great for a guideline, right? Because we look at we look at these ratings profiles sometimes, and we have like a guesstimation in our head, and then I run it through this estimator here, and I'm like, oh, I was way off. So it's a great like reality check on things. Sometimes I'm too low, sometimes I'm too high. I just like to know. So they got Gonzalez for a 107 OPS plus, a 1.8 WAR. Not too much different than Ortiz, but instead of picking up Ortiz off the wire, I'm going to do this with Gonzalez because we have to get rid of a pitcher anyway. And he's got a little bit of pop. I like Rivera, but we would be right in the same spot that we're already in. I like how many of our old guys we're being offered. Freeman, Chisholm, and Devers. Like, you want any of your old players back? I'm like, no, thank you. Don't make this deal. It's not in our best interest. Come on, Forrest. Of course it is. It's not that bad. I'm trying to milk a pick out of it. Hang on, here's the thing. Maybe we can make this a little bit of a more substantive deal. Oh, wait, this is the Giants. I remember looking at them. They did not have many players I like. I'm going to do this deal. Forrest doesn't like it. I don't care. It fits our needs. We got to do it. Sorry, Big Dude. I love you, man. At least we got Big Dude on the team at some point in this universe. And for me, that's good enough. With all the dumb Big Dude jokes I made, literally none of which were funny to anyone but me, I'm glad we at least got that situated. Again, we're on short notice, or we're, not short notice, short leash with Rodriguez. We'll kind of see where he's at. Garrett or Abel will get in at some point for the rotation if he doesn't turn it around. He being Chris Rodriguez. All right, can Oscar Gonzalez play first? No, but Burleson still can. So wait, let me do this. I think Gonzalez is still going to start. But Gurriel is going to get more reps. Every third game there. He's playing every fifth game at DH. We'll do every sixth game. And we'll do fourth here. How's Cashman doing? Oh, he's actually been above average. We'll still take some of his time. Like, that's fine. It's fine. Okay. So that's not a bad resolution to everything, right? I think that works out. We're gonna have to push Dominguez a little bit more in center right now, and it's terrifying me. But Dickerson's so bad. Okay. All right, I got to get the rest of this month done here. Hopefully no injuries. We're not going to look at any more box scores. I got to take this puppy out. She wants to go play a little bit. I know, baby. You're okay. We got Atlanta here. We did sweep the Mets. Now we lose to Atlanta 3-0, both 2 times in a row. And then we win 3-0. Wow, 3 straight games of 3-0. I badly want to check those box scores, but I can't. 10-7, we lose in 13 to Tampa Bay. And they sweep us in 25 innings of games of work there. They sweep us in a 2-game set. That's brutal. That's brutal. Going to Atlanta. Oh my God, we're just taking L's left and Jesus. All right, I'm stopping right here. Even if we win, I can't. I'm speeding through it because I got to take Bella out. But we're just taking too many fat L's. And I have 10 emails that I just glossed over. Oh, they're all this shit. Who cares? Literally none of them are important. Okay, so the lay of the land. We're 20-25. That's actually got us 3rd in the division right now. We've taken a big hit by having to put J-Rod on the IL. We're fine. I'm not too worried about it, but we got to figure some things out. Okay, so I'm going to look at some stuff. Let me revisit that trade, if it's even still available. He hates it now. It's like he thinks it's the most insane thing that he could possibly do now. Frick. Damn. Although we're using Vasos, at the major league level, and he's beasting, so maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine after all. I might work something else up. But anyway, 25-20. When I come back, next time will probably be toward the deadline. But I like kind of going through the season with y'all a bit more, so that's why I wanted to do that for this one. But I gotta go. I'm gonna take care of this pup that we got. It's our friend's dog, by the way, if I didn't say that earlier. Her name's Bella. We're watching her, so I'm gonna go take care of her for a bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stream. So if you're coming out on Wednesday night at around 8:30 to watch me stream, I'll see you then. Otherwise, peace.